friends, I'm Jody. Welcome back to This Beaded Life. Today we are going to make a multi-strand bracelet using smaller beads. So the largest bead we're going to be using is a 6mm bead, and we're going to make multi-strand and use some connectors and a magnetic bracelet, all from Leafy Landscapes from Bargain Bead Box for the month of October. So let's turn around and let's get this going. All right, everyone, so in front of me, you'll see I have some of the crystal beads from Bargain Bead Box, and I also have hold on, I want to make sure I'm not lying to you, the agate faceted rounds. So it's going to be crystal and gemstone bracelet. We're using smaller beads. We're going to use this really cool magnetic clasp that came with it. I have a pine cone for a dangle. I have some crimp beads, which we're using silver because we're going to cover them with the crimp cover, so it doesn't matter what color we're using. I have some wire guardians that we're going to be using as well. I have the really pretty leaf chandelier or connectors that we're going to use too. And I do have some bead stringing wire here from my stash. I have 3 pieces. They're probably way too long. You know how I am, but they are each, let me see, 12.5 inches long, which is probably way too long, but you know as well as I do that I will save for, some for the, you know, like if I do any kind of tassels or stuff like that. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to put on a crimp on one of these and a wire guardian. I have no jewelry on today because I had some on earlier, but I did a video for my channel and I put that on and then I just took it off a little bit ago. I wasn't going to do another video tonight. I was going to be kind of lazy, but then I thought, nope, I've got a crazy week coming up, so I better get moving on it. All right, so this one is being kind of a stinker, so I think there's an issue with it. So we're going to just go ahead and try one more time, and nope, it's not working. So we'll get another one out in a few minutes. All right, so let's go on to the next one. All right. All right, and we're going to attach it right to our link. We're going to put it on the middle one. We're going to start in the middle with this bracelet. Since this is longer than the other two, I want to get a good measurement with this middle one before I do the outside ones. Probably doesn't make any sense to anybody, but it helps me. So I do it that way if they have like a difference in length. All right. So sliding our crimp bead on, and we will slide that up a little bit more. We'll crimp it. I am getting ready to sit on the couch and go through my supplies that I'm needing for this week. I'm almost out of some bead stringing wires, and I'm out of some certain colors of crimps, and I need to do a better job of getting that stuff together. All right, and I'm putting on my antique bronze crimp cover, and we're just going to close that up very slowly here, making a nice little bead out of it. Okay, just like that. All right, so now we have this assortment of beads, and I wanted to do the blue and the green together with that beautiful faceted agate, and I just really want this bracelet to be somewhat vivid, even though very nature-ish. So I chose the brighter of the green beads, and I thought that would be really, really pretty. So that's why I chose that green and not the other one. Plus I have plans for the other green, so I really want to save those. All right, so we're going to string on some of these really pretty light blue crystals, and let me tell you which ones they are. They are the blue-green iris, 4mm blue-green iris that came in the box. And we're going to string on a few of these, okay, like 3. And this I'm just kind of doing on the fly. I'm not really super concerned about my pattern at this point, because I just really like all these together and I think they just look beautiful together. So to me, I'm not concerned about like what I'm going for, because I just want it to be a really nice mix of these. So let's string on some of the agate. And you know what? I think I want some of those spacers that we have, because I like them. They're like the little barrel spacers. Let's get some of those out. We're going to use some of those throughout here too. All right, and I'm really going to watch my length on this middle one, because I know it could be really easy for me to overshoot this and end up making that middle one way too long, because I know it needs to be probably about a ½ inch shorter than the other 2. Let's put on one of these barrels. Okay. And then let's put some of these really pretty green faceted ones on. I'm thinking like maybe 5. And we just want to kind of watch our length on this, because we know that this part is going, we want it to be, I don't know if you can see it, but like right about here, because we're going to have that clasp. So we're reaching our center spot. So I think what I want to do is maybe put another barrel on. And then do 5 more of the green. And we'll kind of look at it again. And a barrel. And 3 agate. 1, 2, 3, and then 3 of the iris bicones. All right, and let's check this out. Let's see. So that's going to be pretty good. Like that's going to be right where we want to be. So that's awesome. And if you notice, I'm stringing these directly onto the connectors here, the links or the chandeliers, because I want that to be very like streamlined. It doesn't need to have a jump ring. I do have some jump rings here because we're going to need them when we get down to the clasp. All right, so let's put on a crimp bead. And a wire guardian. All right, and string that through here. And before we put that through our crimp and some beads, I want to put our chandelier on here, because we want to have this out, like we want to have it like we're making it right now, you know what I mean? Like we're not attaching these later, so we're going to need them on right away. Make sure I'm putting this on the right direction here. I've done that before where I've had one upside down and one, and I did it wrong. Okay, okay. All right, no big deal. Let's just flip that over. I've completed an entire multi-strand bracelet once, not realizing that the other side was upside down. And you guys, I still haven't fixed it. It's in my fix pile because I was so frustrated with myself. All right, so I'm stringing my tail through my crimp and through some of these bicones and coming right out the end of those bicones just to give myself some string through the beads there. All right, and we are going to pull that up close, but now remember we are putting on a crimp cover, so we do need to leave just a little bit of room for that crimp cover. So I'm just kind of wiggling it and making just a little bit of room here. Okay, so that's going to be enough space. And now I can come in, grab a hold of my crimp. I'm sliding it towards the middle of those strands a little bit to give room on both sides. And we're crimping our crimp bead down. And we're going to grab one of these little covers, slip that right on over top of our crimp bead. And I haven't even cut my tail off yet. We're getting this all situated before I do that, in case I mess something up drastically, and I can hopefully go back and fix it. All right. And just taking our time. We're not in a hurry. This is not a marathon. We're not racing against anybody. So let's just take our time and make it look really pretty and neat. All right. So there we go. Now we can cut this off. And this is actually long enough for me to do another bracelet if I want to do like an asymmetrical and use some chain or do a link. So save your pieces because those are super important. You can definitely utilize those at another time. All right, so let's go on with another strand. So we need our crimp bead and a wire guardian. Having troubles with these wire guardians today. And go ahead and put that through the other side of your wire guardian. We are going to, again, string that directly on to our chandelier link here. I usually try to like close these down a little bit just so they look a little more pinched together, not so like, you know, I'm flaring out. Sliding that crimp bead up. And we're going to go ahead and crimp that. There we go. All right, now let's put our crimp cover on. It's been a while. I think it's been a while since I made a multi-strand bracelet. I don't remember the last time I made one. Like this anyway. And there we go. All right, so now we're gonna see why we did all this like connecting both sides, because we're able to lay this down and take a look at where our beads are gonna be, okay? So that's why I did it that way. It's important, I think, an important step to do. And we're gonna kind of do this just a little bit different. So I'm gonna take my green ones, because I really don't want all my green ones right next to each other. Like I want this to be a little different. So we're gonna string the green ones on. Maybe. I'm just trying to string them over both of these little wires here, and that one keeps wanting to bend out. And then looks like maybe two more. Let's do two more of these. Okay, and see what oh, we can actually do one more, I think. So what I'm doing is I'm doing the green here, I'm going to do the other beads here just so that way it's not, I don't want all the green ones right next to each other. So that's why I'm doing it this way. So we'll string that one on at a barrel. Okay. Then we will do, we're going to do a bunch of these like iris crystals. So it looks like 6 of them. We're going to do a barrel, do 6 more. And a barrel. Watching everything really closely here. All right. Then we're going to do more green ones. So we'll do 5 of those. All right. And then we still have some room to do some more beading. So what we could do, and I'm thinking that maybe, because we have like a room for a few more beads, I think we will go here. I'm going to pull some of this off because I miscalculated, because that's what I do sometimes. And we are going to do an agate. Where are you? Our barrel bead, an agate, and then we'll do our 6 bicones. And a barrel bead, and we should be much closer to our end here. All right, and we are, so much better. Okay, so let's just pull this and see. So we do have enough room for our Warrior Guardian and our crimp, so that's good. Let's put our crimp on. And let's put our Warrior Guardian on. I still have to dig out one more Warrior Guardian. Feed that strand through here. Up and through our chandelier. Then we can put our strand through our crimp bead and just a couple of these beads. Thought for a minute I didn't put enough beads on there, but I did. Okay. I had to stop for a second and look at it. Just a couple of them, and that's fine. And then let's lay it flat again, and let's pull this through. All right, gotta kind of adjust it. These smaller crimps, I think these are size 1. I do like them for underneath like the crimp covers because they really hide well, but they don't do well when you're trying to tighten up your strand and pull it all down. See, now it just doesn't seem. Hold on. All right, there we go. That's better. Okay, so we still have some space there for our crimp cover, so no big deal. And we're going to go in and crimp that down. Nice little crimp. Grab one of these lovely little crimp covers that we have here. Pop that on over top of our crimp. And let's close that up. Nice and gently. The only thing I can tell you with crimping and crimp covers is just take your time. I mean, they are easy to mess up. I mess them up often. And it is really a pain when you do, because you do have to like cut it off and it takes you a few minutes. But honestly, like just keep practicing with them and just take your time when you're doing them and it's fine. So we have another long strand that I'll save for another bracelet. And there's our pretty little 2 strands so far. All right, I'll be right back. Hold on one sec. Okay, I'm back and we need a couple more crimp beads. I know I got them in here. I went and grabbed another wire guardian while I was at it. I have an extra crimp cover. I think I just miscounted when I pulled them out. No big deal. All right, just want to make sure my bracelet wasn't missing any crimp covers. Not so far. All right, so we have our strand through our wire guardian, and then let's put it through here. So this weekend, this is Sunday right now, and yesterday I went with my mom. I took her to IKEA, and it was her first time going to IKEA, and she loved it. It was my first time in many, many years. I think my son was a baby the last time I was in IKEA, but it's not like it's super duper close to me, so I don't get to go very often, and I honestly sometimes forget it's even there. But we are planning on making a trip back. I found some really great storage things that I absolutely love. I bought 3 just so I could take them home and try them out, and I love them, and I think it's going to save me some space. And I think it's also going to help me be a little more organized with some stuff. So I'm going to go back and get more. They were only, I think they were like $2.99. And they're nice. They're heavy duty. They're clear. You can see everything through it. Super, super nice. So once I get more, and I will show you guys like how I'm storing some of my stuff. I'll do a video for that. It'll probably end up being on my channel. If you're not aware, I do have my own channel. It's simply called Jody's Jewelry by Jody Krontz. You can check it out if you like. I'm trying not to really promote my own channel a whole lot here, but I do want you to know that I do have other content that I've been uploading as well. I don't do any bead boxes, or I don't have any sponsorships for my own. So it's everything that I have that I've purchased myself, or, you know, gifts from people I do over there too. Those will kind of commingle with this channel, because I would like to show everybody what people send me. So I will definitely use some of those products over on this channel as well. All right, so I think I know what happened here. We did 6 over here and not 5. What in the world? How did I do that? Well, let's do the same thing. So I miscounted apparently, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it. All right, and let me grab some more of those little spacers. We need 3 more of those. So we're gonna put our spacer on here. We're gonna do a bunch of these agate beads. So let's do some of these. And I think if we did 6, we'd be good right here with 6. So this winter, probably like January, is when I'm planning on really doing a super huge overhaul to my room, because I really need to make it more efficient. I have another whole desk here that just has stuff piled on it, and I need to make it accessible because I plan on doing some other things on that desk, and the room is small for everything I want, but it's wonderful to have a room. All right, so 6 here. Trust me, I'm not complaining about being blessed enough to have my own space. I really am very lucky that I have my own space, and I know that. All right, so let's do 5 of these, and 3 more. All right, and let's just double check everything. Excuse me, looks good. I almost feel like I really could have put a 6th one on there and it would have been fine. But that's okay. That's okay, no big deal. All right, so we'll put our crimp bead on, our wire guardian, let's pull this down a ways because I know otherwise I will struggle. All right, and then let's put it through our other side of our link or chandelier. We're using it as a link right now. All right, so now we have that. Let's go ahead and put our strand through our crimp and through a bead. Maybe if I only put it through one bead, it won't be so hard to pull down. Oh yeah, it's much easier. All right, so let me just fix all this because it's being kind of weird. There we go. All right, and now we can crimp this little guy down. And grab a crimp cover. Pop that right on over top of our crimp. Oh goodness, come on. This one's wanting to be a pain. All right, so we're slowly closing that one up and just kind of forming it and fixing it to make sure it's nice and closed and that it looks really good. And let's trim that off, and I'm going to save this piece too. All right, so we have that part of our bracelet so far. And now we need to attach our jump rings and our clasp. And I think the jump rings I'm going to use, this keeps getting like, there we go. It keeps getting like tangled up. I think we're going to use some medium-sized ones. So these look to be about a 5mm. So I think we'll use those. Put our little clasp on. Bring this side around. Put our other little clasp on. Okay, we got this jump ring. Let's open it right up. There we go. And I do want to put my little pine cone dangle on. And I think what we'll do is we'll put it on this jump ring right here. So let's just get a little jump ring. Let's put him on right here. I think I'm calculated correctly, you guys. I'm gonna try it on and see. These clasps are fantastic. I really like them. They have that little notch in there, so it makes it so it's not gonna just like come undone and fall off. Put this on. There we go. All right, so we have our bracelet. So this is what it looks like. I think it looks really pretty. A lot of sparkle. There's some, you know, differences in the strands here, but all using the same bead. And then here's the bottom with the clasp and our chandeliers and our cute little dangle. Really, really pretty. That turned out really nice. I hope you guys like this video. If you want to sign up for Bargain Bead Box and get this fantastic subscription sent to your house every month, just head on over to the description right below this video, and I have a link there, and I also have a coupon there that will save you $2 off your very first box. So roughly $22.99, and it's shipped directly to your home. There's no additional shipping charges or anything for that. So I hope you guys like it, and I think this bracelet turned out really cute. I will see you guys again real soon. I'm sending you all my love and all my prayers, and I hope you have a very wonderful what's left of the weekend. Have a great night. Thank you.